Well, hi, all my LGBT friends and others. Welcome to the channel. Know that you're not here by mistake, and perhaps God's trying to tell you something. So, yeah, I get a lot of comments. Is this a gay channel? Or how can you be gay and Christian? And I just get all these very interesting comments, and so I answer them the best that I'm able to, and I don't ever really. Get an argument from these people. I guess they just accept it, or they don't, and they move on, which is fine. um, yeah, because I don't really like arguing, with the fact that I do believe in God. Hello, I just think people are taken back that I'm a lesbian, I'm a woman, I'm a Christian, and they're just like, so that's good. Makes them think. So anyway, that's good. All right. Okay. So we're going to be continuing Deuteronomy chapter 31, and right, chapter 31. Yeah. Okay. So a little bit long, but before I do, I wanted to turn you guys on to, in case you haven't, the spectrum. No, sorry, the sharpening. The sharpening. Okay, it's called The Sharpening. It's a YouTube channel. Also, the Pin Light, Richard, who's on there, is he works often with L.A. Marzulli. I can't think of Richard's last name. Anyway, the Pin Light. Look at both those channels, The Sharpening and the Pin Light, and it talks about The Sharpening has different. The UFO thing, giants, the Torah code, they'll have all kinds of interesting videos on there. And then Richard, he's the one that he works with L.A. Marzulli, so they've done the Watcher series and so forth. And anyway, so I'm plugging them because I wanted to mention to you that I think a while back on my videos I've mentioned the Torah codes. And there's a group of people who, I think there are 4 or 5 guys here in America that do it. But Rabbi Glazer and another rabbi in New York that Richard talks to, talks about him and has him in his movie. Trying to think of his name. Gosh, I can't think of it. Anyway, he talks to him, and they actually are the ones that started the Torah codes. Okay, so I think that God might have talked to them in a way, and he started back in I don't know, 60s or something, counting on his fingers. He wanted to see if the word or in the Hebrew tav or whatever is in the if there was any code, anything hidden in there. So he decided he was going to look in Genesis and just count 50 letters and then see what letter that was, and it was the T. Okay, and then he would count another 50 letters, and then it would, anyway, all the letters spelled out the Torah. And every 50 letters, it would spell out Torah throughout the book of Genesis. And then he said, wow, that's, it's really cool, And then he tried to do that in Leviticus, and so it worked there. And then he tried it in another book, and it didn't work there, but it spelled out Hashem, okay, which is the name for the name of the unknown God that we call God, okay. So and then he did another book, and it spelled out Torah backwards. I thought, when he said that, it's like, backwards, why would it spell it backwards? And anyway, so that got me thinking. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because it's relevant today, because in the Torah codes, it talks about Hillary and Trump. And it mentions Hillary is an abomination to the Lord, that she is an Amalek, which is not a good thing, as you know, if you've been listening to my reading of the Bible, right? And some other things. So I won't spoil the whole thing. I want you to go look at it, okay? And it talks about Trump too, which is really great. And so, too late for the spoiler alert, but anyway, I'm not going to spoil anything, okay? You just go watch it for yourselves, all right? Okay, so let's get on with this, because I won't have too much time if I keep yapping here. All right. Chapter 31. Moses encourages the people and Joshua. He delivers a law to the priest to read to the people. God gives Moses a song to testify against the people, and Joshua receives a charge. Okay. And Moses went and spoke these words unto all Israel. And he said unto them, I am 120 years old this day. I can no more go out and come in. Also, Lord has said to me, thou shalt not go over this Jordan. The Lord thy God, he will go over before thee, and he will destroy those nations from before thee, and thou shalt possess them. And Joshua, he shall go over before thee, as the Lord had said. Oh, by the way, we got some great rain. Yay! And a huge cracking of thunder, and it was just great. I was like praising God for the rain. So thank you, rain. Thank you, Lord, for bringing the rain. Okay, so, and the Lord shall do unto them as he did to Sihon and to Og, kings of the Amorites, and unto the land of them who he destroyed. And the Lord shall give them up before your face, that he may do unto them according to all the commandments which I have commanded you. Be strong and of good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them, for the Lord thy God, he it is that doeth go with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. And Moses called unto Joshua, and said unto him in the sight of all of Israel, Be strong, and be of good courage, that thou must go with this people unto the land which the Lord hath sworn unto their fathers to give them. Thou shalt cause them to inherit it. I just realized something. There's a YouTube channel that I watch that talks about different weapons and stuff like that. And the guy's name is Scooch, and he always says, fear not, be of good courage. He must have got that from Deuteronomy. Okay, I just realized that. I cracked myself up. Okay. And the Lord, he it is that doth goeth before thee. He will be with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. Fear not, neither be dismayed. And Moses wrote this law and delivered it unto the priest of the sons of Levi, which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and unto all the elders of Israel. And Moses commanded them, saying, At the end of every 7 years, in the solemnity of the year of release, in the feast of the tabernacles, when all Israel is come to appear before the Lord thy God, in the place which he shall choose, thou shalt read this law before all Israel in their hearing. Gather the people together, men and women and children, thy stranger that is within thy gates, that they may hear and that they may learn, and they may fear the Lord your God, and observe to do all the words of this law, that their children which have not known anything may hear and learn to fear the Lord your God as long as you live in the land, whether you go over the Jordan to possess it. And the Lord said unto Moses, Behold, thy days approach that thou must die. Call Joshua and present yourselves in the tabernacle of the congregation, that I may give him a charge. And Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves in the tabernacle of the congregation. And the Lord appeared in the tabernacle in a pillar of a cloud. Pillar of cloud stood over the door of the tabernacle. And the Lord said unto Moses, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go a-whoring after other gods of the strangers of the land, whether they go to be among them, and will forsake me, and break my covenant which I have made with them. Then my anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured, and many evils and troubles shall befall them, so that they will say in this day, Are not these evils come upon us because our God is not among us? And surely I will hide my face in that day for all the evils which they shall have wrought, in that they are turned into other gods. And therefore write ye this song for you, and teach it to the children of Israel. Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. And then I will have brought them into the land which I swear unto their fathers, that floweth with milk and honey, that they shall have eaten and filled themselves, and waxen fat. Then they will turn into other gods and serve them, and provoke me and break my covenant. And it shall come to pass, when many evils and troubles are befallen them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness, for it shall not be forgotten out of the mouths of their seed. For the mouths of their seed, for I know their imagination which they go about even now, before I have brought them into the land which I swore. Moses therefore wrote this song the same day, taught it the children of Israel. And he gave Joshua the son of Nun a charge, and said, Be strong and of good courage, for thou shalt bring the children of Israel into the land which I swore unto them, and I will be with thee. And it came to pass, when Moses made an end of writing the words of the law in a book, until they were finished. And Moses commanded the Levites which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, Take this book of the law, put it in the side of the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, that it may be there for a witness against thee. For I know thy rebellion and thy stiff neck, and behold, while I am yet alive with you this day, you have been rebellious against the Lord, and how much more after my death? Gather unto me all my elders of your tribes and your officers, that I may speak these words in their ears, and call heaven and earth to record against them. For I know that after my death you will utterly corrupt yourselves, and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you, and evil will befall you in the latter days, because ye will do evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands. And Moses spake in the ears of the congregation of Israel the words of the song until they were ended. And I'm going to stop there, and I'll start another video, chapter 32. Okay. Isn't that cool that God taught him a song as a witness? Wow. Anyway, 120 years old. Man, I'm... wow. Oh, that's a long time, that's for sure. Okay, I hope you have a great Friday, and hope this has been a blessing. Share and like, and leave me a comment if you will, if the Lord leads you to it. And if you think that this is of the Lord, please do share it with other people. Okay, bye-bye.